Hello, I'm looking to be rich one day, wealthy, so you can go travel around the world, do whatever you want. Because being rich allows you to give me so much freedom, so much choices in life, and everyone wants to be rich and live a life of fulfillment and freedom. If this is you, by the way, then this video is absolutely for you because I'll be revealing the one mindset secret. This is what the rich and successful people use in order to really build success and wealth, because this is the one thing that separates the rich and an average person. And if you want to rise to the top 1%, this is the one mindset secret which you have to master in order for you to achieve much higher level of success. Because if you don't do this one tip, then you'll be left behind like 99% of this world's population. And this is a big mistake that I reckon that the traditional education system hasn't addressed at all. And I've been appalled by this ever since I found out by one of my mentors who shed light on this one secret. And I'll be revealing this secret towards the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end so that I'll be able to reveal this. Now, I'd like to share this story of mine, which literally converted me from an average mindset to one which I see a lot of potential and abundance in my life, because I'm pursuing very high goals at the moment, like goals which are beyond the imagination of my old self. Now, this is the one mindset shift which I had to have in order to build more wealth, build more success, and live a happier and more fulfilling life. Now, a few years ago, before I started my personal development story, this was my mindset. Now, I was working in a full-time casual job. And what happened was, I remember every single day, I refused to invest in myself. I remember, like, some very successful people in my peer group, they're like, what do you do in the spare time? And I said, oh, I don't do too much. I just go home after work and, just watch TV and play little games, and that's it. And they said, wow, that used to be me, but not anymore. And I asked, okay, what do you do then? So after work, I network, and then I go to courses, I do seminars, and I invest money into myself. And I said, hey, why would you invest money in books and seminars? It's ridiculous. You can find all the free stuff online. And they said, well, you cannot master something if you just read about it, because what courses, coaches, and mentors, what they do is they don't just dump you with knowledge. What they do is they make you apply it and hold you accountable. And I was like, okay. So back then, I didn't actually notice about difference between applying the knowledge and obtaining the knowledge. Because before, I read decently. I used to read a lot of articles. I love business news all the time. So I used to read a lot about property, stock trading, all that stuff. But the thing is, I never knew that this is the one thing that kept me broke for the majority of my life. And that is, all I did was read and not invest in myself. So I read a lot. This is what most people do. They go on the internet, say they want to buy a property, right? They go educate themselves, they look at the internet, and then they simply just read and do nothing. That's the average person out there. They read the business news and go, oh yeah, I learn a lot about property. But think about it. Everyone knows how to buy a house, right? Everyone knows how to be an investor. All you got to do is buy a house anywhere in the world, and then you shock in a tenant. There, you're an investor. But let me ask you, does every single property investor, do they retire financially well off? The answer is no. In Australia, 92% of Australians, they only own, who are investors, they only own 1 or 2 properties. This means they never retire financially free through property. And why is that? Think about Michael Phelps. Everyone knows how to swim, right? You just learn how to swim, take a few lessons, you know how to swim. But not everyone who knows how to swim, they can become an Olympian, #1 swimmer in the world like Michael Phelps. Oprah Winfrey. A lot of people have very bad passes, bad experiences, right, in the past. So does Oprah Winfrey. But what makes her so successful compared to those who's got different past experiences, or so similar past experiences, I should say, it's the one thing, and that is psychology. Success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. And you can't improve your psychology by itself. It's very difficult unless you read like a lot of books, but still I see a lot of people read a lot of books about psychology, they still don't improve. It's very difficult because psychology, if you think about it, 10% is conscious, which is what you understand, what you think about. So you're watching this video, that's mainly conscious, what you're thinking is. 90%, however, the bulk of the iceberg, that is subconscious slash unconscious. So it's very difficult to pick out your unconscious, subconscious behavior by yourself. And this is why the top performing people in the world, the billionaires, the top 1%, what they've got one in common is they invest in themselves, regards to their personal development, their psychology, their mindset. Most people, when they look at for example, like a coaching course or like a personal development course, what a very successful person do, they look, oh, it's a few $1,000s, I'd rather buy a book for $10 and read that. And this is why they get no results. The poor, they look at the cost of the investment, the cost of the course, for example. They're like, oh, it's $1,000, no thank you. I can buy a book for $10 or I can read a blog for free, right? But the rich, they've got a different mindset to this. Now let's flip this on its toes. So look at the other way around. Rather than looking at the costs, you look at the return on investment. That's what the rich does. To look at the return on investment. What will invest $1,000 in myself? How much will that return me over the lifetime? Because you're not just investing once, right? It's not just once to get money back, like, I don't know, trading stocks. You're getting money throughout the whole life. Let's say you improve your communication skills to the level of a professional speaker. You can speak on stages, inspire people, sell lots, right? Then over your lifetime, man, that is worth millions, if not billions of dollars. And you're too scared to invest, $1 or $2 in the beginning on a course. So this is what the rich does. And Warren Buffett summarizes perfectly. The best investment you can make in yourself is in yourself. Not buying a car, not buying a property, not buying stocks. The best investment you can make is in yourself. That is fact. And this is all proven, it's all backed up by every single successful person out there. And I've been doing the same. I've been investing a lot of money in my personal development. And the more I invest in myself, the more I see results in regards to my life. I feel happier and I'm more financially well off as well. As soon as the more I invest in myself, I just see my wealth as compounds. So the investment returns, it pays for itself. But most people, they get paralyzed by investing a few $100 on a personal development. This is the scarcity mindset. This is the scarcity mindset that you got to get rid of, because this is what is holding you back from building success in life. If you don't want to invest in yourself, then you'll never ever get any extra results. Because the one thing is, it's about psychology, it's what I want to tell you. If you don't invest in yourself, you're basically repeating the same thing that did yesterday, and day after that, and day after that. And this is all because of your mindset. It's fixed in a way due to your social conditioning. If you don't change the way you think, then you're basically repeating the same thing as yesterday. And the results they got yesterday equals the result that you will get in the future. So most people, they don't realize they're stuck in the past, what they're doing due to social conditioning. I won't go too deep into this because this will be another video. But what you got to understand is right now, it's very important to invest in your personal development and build that abundance rich mindset. That is what separates Oprah Winfrey from other people who's got a poor past as well, a very tragic past. It's one thing, it's just psychology. But most people, they're just too scared to invest in personal development. They don't even think about, oh, it's not worth it, I think I figured out this myself. And this is why they get no results. And unfortunately, I had to cop a few years of my life, almost like a decade, on not investing in myself. This is why I remained broke for the majority of my life. And I really wish I had really just discovered this personal development world much earlier, because I've been much more well off. But never too late, right? You can always invest. No matter what age you are, you can invest in yourself right now. So get a mentor and coach. That is the best investment you can make. You're leveraging their time and experience within, like a few months, a few years. That is the best investment you can make. And make sure that you follow this, because this is how I accelerate my results. Thank you very much for listening. And summarizing what I've just said, invest in yourself. That's the best investment you can make. And as Jim Rohn once famously said, your level of net worth rarely exceeds your level of personal development. So if you invest nothing in personal development, expect to get no results. That is proven since the end of time. Thank you very much for listening. And as always, get out there and ready, fire, aim, and go create a life truly worth living. And I'll see you in the next video soon. Take care.